Oh, we're here. We're here. We're live on the Facebook.
We're live?
Oh, yeah. But you can also watch us on Facebook now or later. Did everyone remember to... I know we're live, but did everyone remember to silence their phones? Although, Matt, you don't have to worry about it because I'm not going to text you while you're recording this time.
Well, that's important. All right. I think we're silenced.
All right. So, thanks everyone for watching, for joining. My name is Sean Fritz, one of the co-hosts of the Power Rangers in Cyberspace podcast. I'm joined with my co-host. He's up over there. What's your name, homeboy? Awesome. And we have a guest today. He's up here talking to you.
What's up, everybody? My name is Matt Johnson of the Panel Discussion Podcast and many others featured on the BICBP Radio Network, and pretty stoked for some Avengers talk today.
Yes. So warning and some housekeeping real quick. We are going to talk expectations at the beginning, at the front half of this, and then with warning again, we are going to go into the what happened, the spoilers, if you will, and then we're going to be done. So there. You can listen to the first half because it's going to be pre-viewing. Now, I've seen the movie once. Christian, how many times have you seen it? Matt?
I'm once as of today, going again Sunday.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were going twice by now.
Typically, I would have. Work's gotten in the way. I probably would have went
and
this
some
morning.
housekeeping.
So
Gotcha. We are going to talk. You know what you're doing there? Are you pushing buttons again? Listen here, Holmes. All right, and I'm still trying to pull up the YouTube stream because I don't know how technology works. Yeah. So if you're... Where the shit is it? You are. I'm new here. There it is. Found it. Hooray. I had 8 levels of hell to get to it. All right, so let me mute YouTube. And if you have anything to add in the chat, do so. So, yes, so let's get into it. So, first of all, Matt, I'll start with you. Prior to seeing the movie, what were your expectations in terms of what was going to happen? You know, did you have any theories? Did you have any ideas?
I mean, I figured there was obviously this big culmination, right? This big final battle. I did not expect it to be as big as it was, but you know, going into it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. But you know, going into it, I didn't know what to expect, and I think that was my favorite aspect of it because they did such a good job of promoting the movie, right? They gave us nothing in the trailers. There was no leads. You know, of course, there was leaks everywhere, but I didn't know what to expect. And that was probably my favorite part of going into this movie is not knowing what was going to happen. And yeah, nothing was like I thought it would be. Nothing, you know, happened the way that I thought that the trailers alluded to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was
or didn't include.
Yeah.
Cool. What about you, Christian? Did you have any preconceived ideas of what was going to happen, what the trailer set up, or anything? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's, and I think that was the running theory that, you know, someone will die. And, you know, no spoilers yet.
No spoilers yet.
So, what are fan theories? I mean, we all know, I'm just going to get this one out of the way. The Ant-Man up the butt thing.
Oof.
Yeah, oof is it?
Yeah. That was
special one.
there was a lot of, you know, different fan theories going around about the quantum realm and stuff
Hmm.
and time travel and nothing too extravagant. I think just the biggest one really going around was the Ant-Man
Hmm.
of Thanos's rectum, but
Yeah, rectum, butt, comma, nice. I like the way you work that in there. Christian, did you read anything, see anything in terms of theories or have your own?
Um, Not really. I'm just checking something because on our YouTube somebody said they can't hear my audio, so I'm checking that real quick.
Uh-oh. Well, it's all right. It's all
There's
right.
always something. I just turned my microphone on, so I don't know if that'll help anything.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think we're good.
Yeah, so I just asked him. Oh, it's our regular listener. Oh, there is audio now. Thanks, Orville. Orville
Sweet.
Joel Concepcion Jr., my man. And I hope I'm saying your name right because I do say it a lot. Um, yeah, the only thing that I heard, was that there was that leak, and I was like, oh shit. I would like to watch the movie before I read about the movie. I want to be in. I'll watch the trailers 1,000 times, like that Civil War trailer where you see Bucky and Cap,
Yes.
just beating up on Iron Man with that shield being tossed back and forth, and I mean, I could watch that 1,000 times. But I don't want to see the movie before I see the movie. I don't want to read about the movie before I read about the movie. And and if you remember, San Diego Comic Con year before last, so that was 17, where they allegedly had that leaked footage that someone
Oh,
recorded where it was Hulk running through the forest or whatever.
yes.
That
Was that
Thor
17?
Ragnarok. It might have been 16, but it was Thor Ragnarok footage, if I remember correctly. Or they used it there.
No. They actually used it in the very first Infinity War trailer. It was the Russo brothers got super deceptive.
Not the one where they put the Hulk in where everybody's running toward the camera.
That's the one.
No, I'm
You're
talking
a
like,
different one.
yeah, where like it was Hulk running through, like it was Predator, but like in the jungle, but Hulk was running through it with a whole bunch of people coming after him.
Oh.
Like Booker T?
Shut up. Matt, you know exactly what we're referencing, right?
Yes, now I do. Yes.
Somehow, some way, it always comes up in a
It
conversation.
always, well, it's we're awful at bringing it up. So
Especially before we go on camera, we always talk about it.
always. So Matt, what did you want to see happen here in the movie? Like, what were not your expectations, but what was your hopes, your wish list of what you wanted to happen? And I can speak for all of us when I say we wanted everyone to make it. We wanted everything to be rolled back and basically retconned so that it was thumbs up everywhere.
I did, and the biggest thing heading into, and I know the deal closed in mid-March, but everybody's excited for the Fox deal, right?
Mhm.
Maybe a little prelude to what's to come of that, whether it be a Fantastic Four, nod, X-Men nod, something like that. In some end credit scene, just some form or fashion to give a little bit of lead, going into the next phase.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's really what I was hoping for in it. I knew everything else was going to be good. I knew they were going to tell a great story. It's I expect that from the MCU, but
Mhm.
from the other stuff, the kind of far-fetched stuff, I think that's what I was most hoping for.
Christian,
Um,
same question, and you've had more time to think about it.
can you repeat the question?
What was your What were you hoping would happen during throughout the course of the movie? Storyline, characters, end result.
I mean, of course, I hope everybody lived, but I was like me being me, I was like, I hope everybody lives, but then again, I hope they don't because that would make the movies pointless. There has to be some sort of sacrifice in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, there has to be stakes, right? So,
Yeah.
good storytelling also, always involves multi-dimensional characters. Which is why I don't think Abomination has showed up at all because just an angry Tim Roth, that turns into an angry Blue Hulk, is really exciting at all.
I agree. The death thing is very important too, because I mean, what's been the biggest criticism of comic books
Comic
of all
book
time?
deaths.
Comic book deaths. Nobody stays dead. So
There's only. It used to be. There are only 3 people that have stayed dead: Jason Todd, Uncle Ben, and Bucky Barnes.
correct.
Now there is
Uncle Ben.
technically nobody,
Technically nobody.
but
Yeah.
in the main universes, it's just Uncle Ben.
Right. So I mean, it's important as a movie. You know, the movies are really for everybody, right? We get casual viewers, we get the diehards.
You get
we
the
just wanna
girls going to see Thor shirtless.
Yeah, you know
And shut up because I know exactly what you're going to say. It's not. It's a spoiler. We're not talking about it yet.
But you know, you have to keep selling it. There have been a lot of criticisms of the MCU for different things. You know, like life and death matters. The villains being just like a carbon copy of the heroes in some occasions, at least the solo movies. So, you know, you had to. You have to. You have to do the deaths. You have to make people feel the emotion. It's got to be a roller coaster ride, through and through. You can't appreciate the high highs unless you go through the lowest of lows. So,
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, you know, just in terms of expectations, talking back to Infinity War, or as it used to be called, Infinity War Part 1.
yes.
Yeah.
Which I can understand why they changed the name, because that was probably on a previous script revision that it spilled into 2 movies. Thankfully, they didn't do it like The Matrix, where, oh, cliffhanger. I mean, they did, but it wasn't like halfway through the thing. This was a second adventure. But in terms of Infinity War, nobody knew or even thought that the Red Skull would show up on was it Vormir?
Vormir. People hoped that he would show up in some form or fashion, but they did not expect that. You know, that was just really well done. Infinity War was so great, and I hate that people criticize that movie so much, right? Because of the cliffhanger ending. Because the heroes lost. People were upset about it, but
that was
That's
the
what
end
made
of
the
a
movie
battle.
good.
right.
Yeah, that was the end of a battle. That was the end of an adventure,
Yes,
so to speak.
exactly. I mean,
That was the end of, maybe that was book 5 of 10 in a comic book miniseries, but it was the end. It was a definitive end at that moment.
right. It absolutely was. It closed out, you know, that portion,
Mhm.
and yeah, people were like, oh, this sucks, and yeah, it was mind-boggling. I'm like, why are you mad? Like, do people not understand like storytelling anymore? And with the way it ended, like I loved it. I
It
loved
was
it. People
was
thought
a
it was a
ha-
cash grab. Like people thought that they got ripped off from
Arnold,
Infinity War.
it was almost what, 2.5 hours long.
It
How was
was
it a
pretty
cash
close
grab?
to yeah. It was a great movie.
It really
Infinity
was.
War is a great movie, and yeah, it literally is still part 1 and part 2 without the label part 1 and part 2. That's really all it was.
2 hours 29. If you have a 2.5 hour movie and you're excited to see what happens in the next one, it was a good fucking movie.
Yes.
There's nothing
Yeah.
more I can say about it.
Yeah, people just they just want now. They don't appreciate good storytelling. We see it. I see it with pro wrestling and all the time. You see it with comic books. People just lose their minds when one thing happens, but you know there's a bigger payoff at the end.
Yeah.
I agree. Christian, anything to add?
No, not really. I mean, people don't know good storytelling anymore. They want things resolved right then and there, and they don't want to wait. It's the same concept with with the season finale of Walking Dead that one year when Negan was about to, he was literally about to beat the mess out of someone, and they're like, "Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?" And they had to wait until next season to find out, and that irritated so many fans.
Read
Yeah.
the books. Source
Yeah.
material.
But the books didn't even tell you who it was because they loosely adapt the books.
Yeah, but they still killed the same person.
Well, they didn't know that at the time.
Read the books. They killed the same person, and then they, no different than time travel, they corrected. Time has a way of fixing things, right? to quote a movie that we'll be talking about here shortly.
Time
Yeah.
takes time to harden.
I mean, another
That's
story too. You guys are Power Rangers guys. We all remember the Green Ranger storyline of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the
Matt,
Green with Evil, part 1
Green
through
with Evil, part
5?
1 through 5.
yeah.
I'm on an Echo or something.
Yeah.
And the payoff to that was that was good storytelling.
They don't do that in Power
Tell-
Rangers anymore.
No.
What's that?
They don't
That
do
is
that in
no.
Power Rangers anymore.
No, they don't. It's
But
like
if you
one
want to
episode
hear
and
our
that's it.
but if you want to hear our rewriting of every episode, you can tune in Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on YouTube.
Cheap plug.
And maybe Facebook this time, because I realize we can go live to both of them.
So continue, Matt. Your parallel to Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, I mean it was it started off being especially as a kid, right? Being a kid, it's so easy to suspend disbelief and not be angry at the way things go.
Because you're getting a new episode.
Maybe be angry at actually, but believe in it. Everyone. The whole time I was watching that I was like, come on, Tommy, please be a good guy. Please be a good guy. And it was over many episodes, him just terrorizing the Power Rangers, and eventually, he joined them.
And there were lasting stakes, episode to episode. They ruined the command center. He ruined. Zordon's gone. They don't know what the hell to do. Alpha got a virus.
Yeah, it was really well done, and yeah, just a lost art. People very quick to complain. It's unfortunate. It's a little bit taxing when people they just want the end result now. Good storytelling takes time. True moviegoers, true fans of any really entertainment source with some kind of continuity can appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of continuity, but there's always a shorthand to which makes the stories. With these movies, the Marvel movies especially, there is a shorthand because up to Infinity War, it was individual adventures with individual characters, or it was a come together and handle the immediate threat.
Right.
So there was no, but you had the shorthand of this is that character. This has been their character arc. Black Widow changed her hair color. She's got the Tron suit now. Thor doesn't have the hammer. He's got the axe. So it's you go along on these adventures with these characters. So there's a shorthand, which means that the movie can either be shorter, or it can be, in these cases with Infinity War and Endgame, they can be longer with more action jammed into it. It's almost like a double-size issue or an annual if you want to compare it to a comic book, because there's no setup. Setup's already been done, which thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right. So, for Infinity War, Matt, what do you give the artwork, action, story, dialogue, and reread about?
Jesus.
Oh, it is a
I'm sorry, rewatchability.
Rewatchability. Well, considering that I've rewatched Infinity War many a time, and including once silent on a plane
Ooh.
on the way back from my honeymoon, I didn't have plug-in headphones. I only had Bluetooth headphones, so I just watched it with the subtitles. It gets a perfect score across the board, 50 out of 50 for me. It's really something special. It starts off with a banger with the whole Loki and Thor scene, and just continues on from there, just never ending. And my favorite thing about that too, we talked about trailers a little bit, maybe 5-10 minutes ago. I still get the chills watching the original Infinity War trailers. I already know what happened, right? We already know the story. It's been out for a year at this point. I still get the chills watching it. That's how good and well done that movie is. That's how much that movie means to me as a consumer, as a comic book fan, pop culture guy. It's just so good, so good.
Christian?
Rewatchability. So it's on Netflix, which makes it easy to rewatch. So it's like it bumps up its score a little bit, but like I'm more of a DC guy. I'll be honest with you. Green Arrow, Flash.
Defective Comics, right?
All right, guys, this has been the live stream. No, like, honestly, I'm more of a DC guy because of the DC TV shows. Green Arrow's always been my favorite superhero, but these movies made me love Marvel. Like, I've loved Marvel, but like the MCU is just 10 times better than anything DC has going on right now. And Infinity War it just brought everything together. Mm-hmm. And the opening scene, like he said, is amazing. Like Loki and Thor. I think the best part was when he goes, "You're the worst, brother." Loved it.
Yeah, there was still humor in it in this really dark opening. It was just so good.
You have to have humor just to give it a little bit of levity. Otherwise, it's a Shakespearean.
That's what the MCU is good at, though. That's where the DC extended universe has a problem. The humor is what really makes the Marvel Cinematic MCU good, because they'll throw it in there when you're not expecting it, and you'll still laugh, but you still feel sad and all these other emotions. But there's humor in there. That's where DC lacks. No humor.
Well, and part of it too, it's there's